Hi everyone. Now in this video we'll see how we can develop dimension in a scale construction. In last video we have taken a pre-existing theory and went on to item analysis. There we have seen the following step: weightage to the dimension, weightage to plus or minus question, writing the items, scoring key, pilot study, item analysis, all with examples. So here we have constructed the emotional intelligence scale. In this scale, we have followed Daniel Goleman's dimensions. The same dimensions was followed. Number of items have been fixed. Even we have fixed how many positive, how many negative, with also examples. Then we went on for item analysis. If the data is nominal or ordinal, we went for chi-square test, and if the data is interval ratio, we went for t-test. So up to this, we have seen in the last video. Now, let us imagine that we are going to construct a scale, not with pre-existing any theoretical framework. We are constructing based on the definitions of the concept. We know what is emotional intelligence. Based on our operational definition, that the researcher develops his or her own scale. For example, here 8 questions have been given. Those 8 questions are V1 to V8. We call here that as variables. Questions are variables V1 to V8, and it is measured in 5 point scale where we can see strongly agree, agree neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. So, since we know the operational definitions of our variable, we can start writing the statements or we call items. So I will define my own emotion. I will identify my own emotion. I can manage my anger. I can identify others' emotions. Likewise, we can keep writing, and these dimensions are put into test. Come, let us go for a software which tests the items. Here, this is called as exploratory factor analysis. We have 8 variables, and those 8 variables have to be made into factors, or otherwise, that is, we have to reduce the variables into factors, maybe 3 or 4, etc. So, therefore, this is a dimension reduction exercise. And let us see, this is the data. We are viewing the data view, and here we have given to 104 sample. These 8 questions have been given, marked, and that has been arranged here. So this is variable view, and this variable you can see the first one is the sample number 1 to 104, and the remaining questions variable 1 to variable 8, and these are in scale. Okay, now we'll go for analyze. What is our aim? So we have variables. That variables have to reduce to dimensions. Hence the name is dimension reduction technique here, and we have to click factor. Now this is factor analysis. So we have to shift all the variables from left hand box to the right hand box. So we have 8 variables that has been shifted already. So after that, we have 5 buttons, namely descriptive, extraction, rotation, scores, and option. Let us see one by one descriptives. So already the initial solution is ticked, and KMO and Bartlett test of sphericity is clicked. Let us continue. Then extraction, click this button. So we have many methods of extraction like principal components, unweighted least squares, generalized least squares, maximum likelihood, principal axis factoring, alpha factoring, image factoring, etc. Let it be on principal components. And we have checked the unrotated factor solution, scree plant, and we are taking only the eigenvalues which are more than one. That has been checked, and continue, no rotation. So we have to rotate the factors, and there are 5 factor rotation: Varimax, direct oblimin, Quantimax, Equamax, Promax. Now we have selected the most popular Varimax, and display rotated solution is there. We will click continue. Again scores. If you are going for regression, this can be checked. We are not going for it, therefore we are not doing anything for the scores. And options, missing values, exclude cases listwise, And in coefficient display format, we have sort by size, which means the data will be arranged in descending order. The covariance will be arranged in descending order. Then uh, generally the smaller coefficients are suppressed. That is 0.3. So this we are taking. Now, shall we run the analysis? Now, the SPSS is running the analysis. At top, we have command prompt. If you type, also it can go. Either we can go by mouse driven, like we have already checked, analyze, fact dimension reduction. So this also we can do. Otherwise, if we type all these things slash variables, we can get this report. So here. So here we have Kaiser-Meyer-Olkin measure of sample adequacy. It is 0.372. It will be better if it is zero point 0.5 and above. So we have taken only 104. If it is 300 or 400 sample, then it will be better. Then Bartlett test of sphericity is as like we go for normality test for a data, cleaning of the data, but this is okay for us. It is a point zero zero. It is less than 0.05. Then data is good for testing. Then this communality gives the extraction of the eight variables v1 2. Then this is our tabular column, which shows that the component we have here are the eigenvalues 2.375, 1.19, 1.966, 1.661. These are eigenvalues. The total variable is 8. This percentage of variance is 2.376 divided by 8. We will be getting 29.7. This is percentage variance. Likewise, we can get percentage variance of all, and this is cumulative. And since we have taken only eigenvalue greater than 1, these three factors are extracted. Square extraction sum of square letters. This is after that rotation sum of square rounding. In both the things, some eigenvalues are getting different, but the total percentage remains the same, 75.039. Then this is screen plot. So eigenvalue more than eigenvalue 1, we have three factors. And see component matrix here. So component of all the variables, we have asked the SPSS to arrange in descending order, therefore it has arranged in descending order. Here in component matrix, the variants are not that much clear. Here we have 0.468 in negative and 0.707 here, 0.638, 0.687. Like here also two things are there. Therefore, we have also rotation for varimax rotation. So that is this next table is varimax rotation. Here, after that you can see the it has given the clear value. All the three factors are clear. After rotation, you are getting it. So variable 6, variable 8, and variable 4 falls in factor number 1. And here you can see the second factor, variable 1, 2, 3, 0.674, 0.770, 0.87839, and the last factor is variable 5 and variable 7. So the 8 questions we have taken, it has fallen into three factors. After a factor analysis, so then we can see that the three factors, variable 1, 2, 3 in factor 1, and variable 4, 6, 8 in factor 2, and 5 and 7 in factor 3. So the 8 questions are assembled in three factors. Now we have to name the factors. So let us read the question. I will identify my own emotions. I can manage my own anger. I can identify others. This means it's an awareness. So therefore, the dimension has been given as awareness. You can see the other variable 4, 6, 8. I will help those who are needy. I am willing to initiate a new task. I try to resolve I try to resolve the conflict within a group. So for these three belongs to a teamwork. Therefore, the dimension named teamwork has been given. The last one, I would like to achieve high in my profession. I believe team's effort is better than the individual. Therefore, this is achievement drive. So likewise, we have to name the dimension. Now we got the dimension, then we can go for further analysis. Thank you all. Let us meet in another video.